Hi, Big Crew! It's been a couple days since I streamed, and it's felt like an eternity, to be honest with you guys. Hello. Also, please excuse me if my voice is kunky today. It has been, weirdly enough, when I was like in the end of my donathon, I felt like the last day and then the second to last day, my voice was actually like holding up pretty well. And then Monday, the day after my donathon, I was like, like I turned into like a chain smoker. Cuter voice than usual today. You guys like my new voice? Hi, Pinker! Oh, this is my new voice after the donathon. Yeah, that's what the donathon was funding. It was funding vocal surgery. I got it and I recovered super fast. I'm like turning into like Minnie Mouse or something. But yes, hello everybody. I hope that you guys have been doing good in the time that I'm away. I feel out of practice. Even after I did it for 10 days and only took a few days off. Consider Smoker Ashton. You know, I'm actually still on the hunt for a skeb artist that's like appropriately like emo menhera, and I'm trying. If you guys have any suggestions for any good artists, I'm trying to find an artist to draw me like smoking out back in the racetrack with like grown out roots or something. I just think it'd be like so funny to have that kind of art. But yeah, I am back. I didn't want to go for too long because honestly, like, I love streaming and I miss you guys. But I will say I'm not too sure. Unfortunately, today is a special day. Wow, it's my 2-year. I think I said 3-year in my title on YouTube, perhaps. It's my 2-year partner anniversary. Because I think it was 3 years. That wouldn't make any sense. That would have meant that I got it within my first year of VTubing and I didn't. So I think it's my second partner-versary. Wow. And I have absolutely nothing planned because I just did a 10-day-long donathon. But in the days off that I have taken, I actually have been getting like a lot of shit done because when I stopped my stream on Sunday night, I was like a mess, like emotionally all over the place. Like, can't believe that we not only like hit my stretch goal but like blasted past it by double. Is really insane to think about. And because of that, like, I felt like super inspired to just focus all my energy on the task at hand and what the reason for hosting the donathon was. And so I've been sending out emails, I've been following up, I've been reaching out, I've been getting all my ducks in a row, licking a gift horse in the mouth, pot calling the kettle black, etc, etc. Happy 2-year partner anniversary. Thank you. So yeah, things are really moving, and I think that this is probably, I just feel like, okay, I don't want to speak too soon because they're like a week in. I feel like also January has been like 6 months long. Like, I feel like January has been happening for more than a week, but it's only been a week. So, but man, did it happen to any of you guys? Because I know a lot of you guys in my pit crew were watching my donathon like non-stop. Even when I was offline, you were watching like old reruns of my VODs. So like, yeah, it's been a long year. It's been a long year, guys. I had like the craziest emotional come down. You know, I've actually talked about this before, about how I have been going to anime conventions for like 15 years. So a long time in my life. And there is a moment in my life where it was really novel. And I had just gotten a video on my TikTok actually about people like waiting in line for hours to go to Otakon in 2008, or Otakon, or however you say it. Now it's like Metal Gear Solid has infected my brain. And now I want to say Otakon, but I always said Otakon back in the day. Anyway, I never went to Otakon, but since you were 6, why yes. Since I was 6 years old. That actually was crazy when I tuned in. But is that any different from normal though? But basically, not going to lie, a little burnt out. Oh my god. I have felt a little bit burnt out in the days to come, but like, so back to what I was saying. Cons used to feel really novel, and especially when I started going for like the 3 days and stuff, like the prep up to the con was like super intense, especially when like there was only one convention that I went to every year. So it was like, this is the weekend, like this is the weekend I get to nerd out. And so it had this like intense feeling of like needing to capitalize on every single moment to make the best of the convention. And when the convention was over on Sunday, leaving was like so sad, you know? Leaving was so sad. I still get a little like, you know, what's it called again when you like leave a convention? And like, it's not like con crud, post-con depression, that's what it is. Like, I don't really get that much anymore, just because like I am not a child and I can travel, and there are multiple times I can see like friends and stuff all around the country and all around the world, which I'm very lucky for. But back in the day, it was like, that was like my one weekend to nerd the fuck out when I was a child. And I remember that feeling of like intense sadness. Lots of people cry on the last con day, yeah. And like literally on the last day, when I had turned off my stream and it was like quiet and my brain was still buzzing, but my stream was off and I could use my computer again, because I was too afraid to use my computer whenever I wasn't live. So I was like sitting on my couch watching stuff on my TV. Like it was like I had completely different, my lifestyle had shifted just for those 10 days. Like that feeling of like the adrenaline of meeting all my goals and like smashing all of them, and then also like the serotonin of like feeling so like loved and I'm gonna make myself cry. I'm feeling so like loved and appreciated was like so intense. It was like super intense that first night. So that was like the first time in years that I had felt like post-event depression, of like post donathon depression. It was like super duper intense. And that was for about 2 to 3 times as long as a con. I know. Well, now that I'm like older, I think that like, you know, the con weekend just flies by, especially now that I'm like, whatever, like I'll sleep in, you know, like you can't deny yourself the sleep the way that you can when you're like a kid. Like, I'm gonna get up at 8 a.m. and dress up in my outfit for 3 hours, and then in 3 hours I'm gonna change it to my midday outfit, and then in 3 hours after that I'm gonna change it to my evening outfit. You know, people be packing like 7 cosplays to conventions. 3 for Friday, 3 for Saturday, and then 1 to schlep around and on Sunday. So it's like, I hadn't felt that like, that overwhelming feeling of like, it has been done. It is accomplished in such a long time. And thank you guys for contributing to that. What was your event? Oh, that's really loud. And I can finally turn that down since I don't think we're going to be getting any TTS donos. But yes, also thank you guys for all of the happy partner anniversaries in chat. Like I said, it's my 2-year partner anniversary. I miss this level of yapping. You know what's kind of crazy? I think I mentioned this during my donathon as well. Like, a problem that I have is I'm such a busy person. Turd. 2-word. So on that post Space Cadet depression, oh man. I almost posted Space Cadet GIF for... Oh no, I did post Space Cadet GIF for my stream announcement. Anyway, I mentioned this during my donathon, that I think that like I'm kind of getting better. I think finally now, after 3.5 years of streaming, I'm kind of getting better at telling stories. Okay, of course I'm like fucking up telling this story right now, but just like having a constant stream of consciousness thought and not letting myself like hyper focus on the way that I'm moving or hyper focus on what my chat is saying. Sorry, I smacked my microphone. And I think part of it is due to the fact that this is a tangible issue that I know that you guys that watch me can attest to. I am a very busy girl, and so don't read this. I'm a very busy girl, and so I can only stream so much in a week. So I tend to relegate only one day a week to finishing a game, to playing a game rather. And so by the time that I get back to playing the game, if I play it a whole week later or a week plus some change, or even like 2 weeks later, I have like forgotten just a little bit. Like I still need, like, I don't need training wheels, but I need somebody to like hold my seat for a little bit before I can like take off and balance on while riding a bike. Like I need a little bit more time to acclimate to like the controls, as opposed to like, because I was streaming like so long every day for the Donathon, I think it was like, I gotta like lock the fuck in and actually have like coherent thoughts, or else this is going to be torture for 10 days. And so I think like halfway through the Donathon, I remember I was like, I think I'm like speaking more clearly and more eloquently than I have ever done in my entire VTuber career. And so I know the first 30 minutes of every Metal Gear Solid stream. So yeah. But as for what I've been doing, like I mentioned, I'm getting my ducks in a row, my chillas in a line, in the form of preparing your Google form to give me all the relevant information for my Donathon incentives. Has it convinced you that you want to become a full-time VTuber? I'm not gonna lie, Jersey Lander, in the moment, it was so tiring to be like non-stop live. Because I think I don't know if I have it or not, but the ADHD brain thing is the act of pressing the go live button is like the hump that makes it harder to stream sometimes. Just like to ramp up, like press the button that gets everything ready, like turn on my head pat machine, and then my chilla thrower. You know, that is like the biggest hurdle to like getting to stream every day, really. So just having it on made it like it like cut that out entirely. So whenever I just wanted to stream, I would just like unmute and be like, hey guys. So that was like really nice. But anyway, back to the question of, did this make me want to go full time? Even though like it sort of tired me because I was just streaming so much every single day, honestly, like the serotonin that it gave me to just like yap for hours and hours and hours was so intense that like, yeah, I wanted to I feel like that would kind of be bad though, because imagine like I stream every single day. I go full time, I stream every single day for like 10 hours a day like I did during my Donathon. Imagine like the serotonin dump of that. Crazy. Executive nightmare of pressing a sequence of buttons is so real, and it's so dumb. It's so dumb, but like it's a real hang-up for me. And you wouldn't do it every single day outside of a Donathon? Oh, you mean streaming? Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. Like even though I was tired and I like really like oh my god, that first night after the Donathon, I was like fucking exhausted, but I also couldn't sleep. But yeah, that first Monday I was like legitimately a zombie at the racetrack. Like I felt really bad. I thought that like just my 8 hours sleep would be enough, but like, and I was getting so much sleep during my Donathon too, because I could just like sleep as much as I wanted, then roll out of bed and stream. But like, I don't know, it's just intense on the brain. But honestly, that's what I was saying, Bonatide. Like, I kind of would want to stream every day, I think. I think it kind of would be awesome to just, like, non-stop stream all the time. Because it makes my brain feel so good. Watch along on Saturday for the Bears versus Packers game for a spot in the playoffs. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, but I actually know a little bit about football. I could hold my own with the football. Wait, but professional games don't have halftime shows, right? So the Bears versus Packers football game isn't gonna have... Why do they always play at such a cold time of the year? That's the thing that I think I think as an adult woman I should be better at understanding. What time of year are all the sports playing? Like, I feel like it's really random. The burnout would be fucking scary, but that's the thing. The burnout wouldn't happen if I just kept streaming. By day 6, you were tearing up saying you didn't want to keep doing this. But now in hindsight, I'm like, that was amazing. I loved it so much. Most sports take winter off, and yet they're playing football in the snow. You'd also never plan or prepare for anything because you'd always be streaming. Yeah, that's the thing that I felt a little bit bad about during the Donathon, because like during the days where I had like a plan, I found it sorry. It's raining really hard right now. sorry. It's raining really hard right now, and some fat raindrops just hit my window, and it kind of sounded like someone was peeing. I had to take... I'm like one headphone. Here, let me... turn off my gate. You'll be able to hear it, I think. Can you hear it? It's like not a comforting little like pitter patter of raindrops though. It's like they being on my windows. Ah! Like those raindrops are really fat. Ooh, that's something I'm nervous about. My apartment flooding again. Although it shouldn't flood. Oh wait, also 12M12G26, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a sponsor. Whoa, I also forgot there's people that have been resubscribing. I've been accidentally railroading myself. My window's getting absolutely blasted by the rain. I don't know why mine is like such fat occasional raindrops. But now you can use my emails all over the website, Twitch TV flagrantly and disrespectfully. And also Angler, thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. 35 months. Happy partner anniversary. Thank you. And also D, thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. Wait, me too. For 43 months. Wow, thank you. Oh, I just got a flash flood warning. Whoops. Oops. Uh-oh. And also Hot Tugson, thank you for subscribing and saying a sponsor. 9. Brevity is the soul of wit, as they say. And those are all the people that resubscribed today. Thank you. Or subscribe today. Oops, get out of there. No. Nah, don't worry about it. Also, I can't get out of there because... One second, I'm getting messages from my family. About the rain. What was I saying? Me forget. Wait, what happened to your old phone, by the way? It's still sitting there waiting to explode? Yes. Are you on the ground floor? No. I live in a garden apartment. But that's why I have to stand my ground, so that I can move all the stuff off the floor. Call gas just blur, and then it explodes. Ah, it's fine. Mm. Saw your tweet the other day. Congrats on the incredibly successful thon. Don't know that. Thank you, Pirtle. It's fine. It's fine. All right. All right. Oh my, you do have a lot of gold. There's also like oh yeah. There's also a function in my stream avatars where you can just like do slots. You can hit them to slot machines. You can smoke a fatty at the pachinko parlor. Jesus Christ! Look how much, 42,000. You guys are winning big! Win big at the racetrack. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Not to worry about the flash flood. It just simply won't affect me. And the thing that caused my apartment to flood previously was the waste pipe out to the street was not cleared out since my landlords bought this building. So all the poo-poo backed up into my apartment. Yay! So I hope to God that that doesn't happen again for at least until I move out. If anything, it's just gonna be rainwater, the doo-doo flood. Oh my God. The great doo-doo flood of Ashton's apartment in 2025. And also, what happened too is that they had to get these dudes to come in. Of course, my landlord hired like some cheap Eastern European dudes who didn't really know English, and also like had no real cleaning policies because I don't think they were like really part of a company or something. That was just like a cheap job, and they smeared poop like all over my walls. Like there's still poop on some of my walls. They also used like their poopy gloves to move stuff around in my like, it was my laundry room where the septic tank access is, and there's like I have like a metal rack where you can, I'm like gesturing with my hands if you guys can see what I'm doing. I have a metal rack where like you it's like those, every inch or so there's like a slit in the metal, and on the surface like it's shiny, like I cleaned it, but like in the divots of the metal there's still poo-poo particles. The Pooper Mario brothers. Ah! So yeah, I told my also they broke my door too. Like it was just a fucking nightmare. It was like I just can't win. And then I still needed to Swiffer all the poo-poo water. Septic tank apartment sounds kind of insane. Well, that's the sort of like risk you run in a garden apartment. I'm just thankful that it's on like the opposite side of my apartment than my computers are because it's gonna take a while for it to trickle over here, and this is where all the important stuff is. Like it just kind of like ruined one of my carpets before. Pooped and farted. Classic mistake hiring the Pooper Mario brothers. Damn it, that's a good one. But not to worry, just maybe I should put on like a very comforting, gentle rain background to set the scene, to make it feel like you're really here with me at the racetrack. But I've run out of things to talk about. Okay, stream over. No, I'm joking. Man, it's just not been enough time to like gather up more stuff to talk about. Let's see what's written on my stream chat ideas. Oh, I made a tweet today about because I was being lazy and I was laying on my couch. Well, rather, I was laying in my human-sized dog bed with my racetrack work laptop on my tummy. And whenever I do that, it like spreads the warmth throughout my entire body. And that's also like a traditional Chinese medicine thing to like light a fire over your belly button. And it's called Chinese moxibustion, and like whenever I put my hot laptop on my tummy when I'm like laying on my back in my dog bed, I feel as if my chi is being like rebalanced. You know what's crazy is that I tweeted about that today, and then I was like, I've definitely had this thought before. And then I looked up on Twitter, Max Sebastian, and then my username, and I've tweeted about this exact thing before. Because I always think about like the Chinese Max Sebastian through warmth applied to my stomach. What's wrong with me? In preparation for my Chinese 2026. T-Vex, thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. Happy partner anniversary. Thank you. Like a hamster on a wheel. Look, if it didn't hit the first time, it's gonna hit the second time. That must have been that's part of my Haruhi delusion. I was tweeting about Chinese Max Sebastian in like June. Before it ever became like a fun meme to have a Chinese 2026. Your tweets have been taking off pretty good lately. I don't know why. I really do not know why. But now I gotta do that thing too where it's like I have to post. I got followers off of that stupid screaming beagle video that I stole from Twitter, from TikTok. And what's crazy is that people are stealing that video from me on Twitter to repost and also getting more retweets off of. How dare you steal the video that I already stole? Have you no morals? I bet they're all normie follows. They are. So I'm tempted to tweet like, oh my gosh, that tweet really took off. Hi, all new pit crew. My name is Ashton Martin, and I'm a VTuber. And so weeds out the weak ones. That's the technique. The snowball. Ashton doesn't call it Chinese New Year. She just calls it New Year's. That's the technique. Can you act like that forever? Yeah, you like it when I act like Deku from My Hero Academia dub. Hi guys, welcome to my stream. Whoa, wait, you're a VTuber? Ah, here we go. I know. I love the Deku voice. That was kind of funny. That was like, have you guys seen that video of the dude being like, damn, she thick, and then it turns around, it's like a dude from Marvel Rivals. Yeah, you thought you liked cute, awkward Ashton voice? Well, actually, it's Deku from My Hero Academia. So check yourself. Plus Ultra! Man, and that's like the only thing that I have written down in my stream chat ideas. Well, I have something else if we want to pivot. If we're just going through my like stream of consciousness topics. Whoa, she kind of bad. Yeah. I got distracted by Ashton, spent the last few minutes drawing the wrong layer. Ah. Damn. Thank you for the partner anniversaries. Have you heard the song Pound Cake? You'll have fun with that one. I love that song from Dispatch. I'm gonna show you how to make a pound cake. I like songs that are just like screaming like that. Justin Briner, is that his name? Yeah, I feel like it would be a Justin Briner that would be like, hi guys. Oh man, what was I gonna talk about? I actually, speaking of drawing, I was going to make, whoa. Oh wait, also Yurgos, thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. What's weird is that I saw it and I don't think I said those words out loud. And also Fat Katcha, thank you for, wait a second, I have to investigate your profile. Oh, is that a Viscacha in your profile picture? Fat Katcha? Sorry, I got really excited. Thank you for subscribing and becoming a sponsor. Welcome. Now you can use my emotes all over the website at twitch.tv flagrantly and disrespectfully. Although saying that you're a fat Viscacha is redundant. It's like, yeah, we knew that already. the rainbow of rodents. I kind of am. That's how I feel. Oh my god, that's how I feel whenever sometimes people will send me DMs of like cute rodent videos, and it's like I know that they're not necessarily saying that like I'm so and so rodent, although a lot of people when they can't see my martingale, they think like maybe hamster, rat, etc, etc. But it like legitimately drives me nuts when those hamster accounts on Twitter post videos of... It's one thing when they post videos of like capybaras, because it's like, well, obviously they don't think that's a fucking hamster, right? Because it's the size of a small dog, right? Fat John Wombat. It's the size of a small dog, so like obviously they don't think that's a hamster. But sometimes they'll post videos of fat-tailed gerbils. And it's like, I know it looks like a hamster, but actually if you really fuck with hamsters like that, you would understand the subtle differences in the facial structure and the tail size between a hamster and a fat-tailed gerbil, actually. So I know you really don't rock with hamsters like that, you fake-ass hamster fan. What kind of rodent is this? I love those videos too, specifically because there's one version of that video where it's like, this is a rose rat, and it's like so obviously not. It's just like made up shit to talk about hamsters and stuff. I think most people couldn't tell the difference. I know, but if you're dedicated to running a hamster account on Twitter and all you do is fucking recycle hamster videos, you should probably be able to tell hamsters apart from other rodents. This is rodent racism, and I'm taking a stand as a fellow rodent. How dare you? Fashion Tailton? You know, I'm gonna test you guys. Since you guys are the pit cruchillas, you guys should be able to tell what is hamster. Like, you should be able to tell them apart. All right. What kind of rodent is this? Gerbil, hamster, dwarf hamster, small squirrel. Okay. Now, what kind of rodent is this? What the fucking kind of rodent is this? I haven't seen the version where they swear. Multiple of you guys have referenced that one. I only see the sanitized version. You aren't helping your case. These are all hamsters. Okay, well, wait. What kind of fucking rodent is this? I'm looking for one final picture. You know, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I think we'll just go with these three. Alright. Top left. What do we say? Top left, what do we say? Hamster. Top left is what? Hamster? Hamster? That's the pom-pom of my hat. Okay, bottom one is what? Bottom one is what? Hamster? Okay. Flat. Hamster. This game is too easy. Okay, now the right one. What is it? Bottom right one is cute. Shut up! We're getting nerd mogged, I feel it. Yeah, so anybody that called the bottom one a hamster cannot fucking tell hamsters and fat-tailed gerbils apart, and you will not make it through the winter. Die! Die, 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 die! That's not a hamster! That's a fat-tailed gerbil! Just because you can't see its tail doesn't mean that it doesn't have subtle differences that set it apart from a typical dwarf hamster. Ah! How dare you guys not be able to pick apart fellow rodents? When you see them with the fat tail, you'll be like, oh. Oh. Like, I can't deny they do look like hamsters. Oh god, we got her started. I'm passionate about this subject. Look at them. Their tails are so fat, they look like worms. Fat tail, fat tail. I think the weird thing though is that the tails are like naked. I knew one would be, but I don't know my rodents well enough. As shown in this exercise, you are not educated enough. Gummy worm. Acid tail merch when? Ooh. I guess hamsters are a spectrum. They are a spectrum though, because like the tiny ones that are like scary tiny, like here, I'll show you. Tiny hamster. I'm trying to think, is it the Roborovsky? Like, they look really different. There's a large spectrum of hamsters, so I can understand the confusion. However, you need to get your facts straight if you're running a hamster account. This is... But the problem is that I think that I take issue with the most is that I think that, like, by far and away, hamsters are cute, yes, but the fat-tailed gerbils are on average cuter. So whenever I see a hamster account posting them, I'm like, yeah, you wish you were that girl. Oh, you wish you were that girl. You wish you had that cute little pinched nose and that little sandy colored face, but you're not. You're just a hamster. Stolen valor. Can you show bias like that as a fellow rodent? I am biased from birth because I am the best rodent, which is the chilla. It's simple facts and logic. So this is a Roborovsky hamster. This angle on the hand is so crazy. So this is a Roborovsky. Man, these look really bad. God, these things look dumb. And then this is... I can't get a snap of this one that easily on Google. I hate when there's like a pixelated image on Google Images, and when you click through, you can't like copy the URL. Ah, drives me nuts. And then this is like a furry teddy bear hamster. Look at the size difference in these mofos. So the Roborovskys are like the smallest kind of hamster, and like that's a full grown one, and then the one on the bottom is like a kind of small teddy bear hamster. So they are quite variated in size. Why is she holding a crackhead? It does look like Schizo Wojak, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like Super Wojak? That's my favorite one. Ooh, actually, you know what? Since also, as for the plan for today's stream, I'm just gonna talk. It's just a yap stream today, and tomorrow will be a gaming stream, and I'm gonna... sorry, the rain made me very sleepy today. And a half stir, that's a full stir? I thought your bows were monkeys? Wait, this reminds me of another thing that happened during virtual vacation. Because Doobie was like, are jerboas rodents? No, right? You know, I can understand the confusion because, you know, rabbits are lagomorphs, which aren't rodents. Like, some things that look like rodents isn't rodents sometimes. And I was like, no, they are. And she was like, I don't know, I don't think they are. And I was like, trying not to be like, trying not to do this exact conversation. But then I was like, I think they are. Like, trying not to have like a try not to info dump about everything. Oh man, did I tell you guys? I think I did during my Disney recap where I talked to one of the workers where I was like, okay, that's actually interesting. See, I think it is interesting, but it's like I had to hold myself back. Well, of course I think it's interesting. It's just having to hold myself back from being like, actually, yeah, bush babies are primates related to lemurs despite looking like a rodent. Yeah, I think that's like a perfect example of it. If I'm coming to the worker, okay, I did talk about this. I wore like my oyster babies thing from Japan. And one of the workers at Disney and Epcot was like, oh, I've never seen that before. And then she was like confused because it said Disney. And I was like, oh, it's like niche characters. And then basically I info dumped about like, oh, they're really popular in Asia. And I got this in Japan and blah, 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 blah. And they're from this one short in Alice in Wonderland. But they actually weren't supposed to be in Alice in Wonderland. They were supposed to air on TV, but then ended up not doing that. But they didn't want to waste it. So they put it in the middle of Alice in Wonderland. That's why it sort of feels shoehorned in, because it is shoehorned. It's out of place. And it wasn't part of the, it's just to break up the story. Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, okay. I'm sorry. Also, Bert, thank you for resubscribing and staying a sponsor. Thank you, thank you. Don't worry, she's paid hourly. I think that somebody chatted this during when I talked about that the first time, but like it's kind of surprising that she wasn't tickled by that information, because I think more often than not, most of the people that work at Disney are like, you know what, I was super happy to learn that. Thank you for teaching me, because they're all Disney nuts too. OMG, she's supercharged today. Chipmunk! Nuh-uh. When I was in college, one time I saw an eagle eating a squirrel on the quad. Being visually insane adds to your charm. But also a thing that I want to also thank everybody who's following in the Pick Crew. Welcome. Did it share? No, but it was kind of like graphic and scary to like hear the snapping of its like skin and stuff as it like ripped it apart to eat in front of everybody. It was like, ugh. I see. And those ones are probably like ripe for the picking, because those are the ones that are fattened up from eating all the food in the garbage. That could have been you. I froze. My freeze response. My rodent freeze response. I could have saved him. I've seen a bald eagle snatch a bass out of the lake like 6 feet in front of me. It wasn't bass season, so I reported it. Whoa! Wait, that you reported that you saw one, or a snitch? Wait, are they gonna kill the eagle? No, they can't. They're endangered. Anyway, you guys keep distracting me. Earlier I was like, to the police! That that one. Awesome for that one. What I wanted to do today was sort of like pull the masses, because I know that some of my top donators in the pit crew are probably also at this stream. Sorry, my voice is starting to hurt really fast. Does that hurt the fish? They're gonna be fine. Yay! Oh no, they're gonna find it. Aww. I completely read what I read to read from Emmy Boone. I don't think they're endangered, but they are protected by federal law. But I did want to ask you guys, you think they showed up again? Oh yeah, because a lot of the people, I mean, I'm looking at the list right now of everybody. So, for those that didn't see my tweet or my posts in the Discord about this, in the past couple days, I have been doing like back-end stuff, catching up on emails, reaching out to people, and also like, this is the time to reach out to people too, because I'm very terrible when I've like accidentally let something like fall by the wayside. This is the time of year, and this is my tip to you guys who have like terrible executive dysfunction. My tip to you guys, this is the time of year that is most easily permissible to contact somebody that you have forgotten to contact, because you can start the message off by saying, Happy New Year. So about the thing that we were discussing previously, it was a busy time of year, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like the easiest out ever. Like any other time of year, it's just like, yeah, I'm sorry, I have mental problems. So if you take any advice from me ever, which I'm not sure you should do, the lead in with the Happy New Year always works. How long do you think the Happy New Year thing could work? Probably until like the end of January, or if they're Chinese, at least until then. Lunar New Year. Happy Easter. I have mental problems. But that is like my perfect in. Like, hey, I know I haven't really been able to reply about this. I think the worst part about this is that like some of the things that I need to reply to people about are things that like I've paid for. So by them not being completed, like this is really bad, because some of the other stuff is just like things that I am following up on. Like I haven't been the one that's like let it fall by the wayside. Like I'm just like keeping in contact for project reasons. But there's one thing that I finally finished like replying to yesterday. Each picker writing to ask about the gamer names. Wait! Wait. How often do you say I have mental problems deadpan? I never use it as an excuse, because everybody in this space has mental problems. So it's not like the out that might work in other places. But finally last night, finally, I just had the mental wherewithal. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna lock the fuck in. I finally finished a task that has been sitting on my desktop, on my computer, and it says, fix this now, in all caps. That's the name of the file. Since August. And most of the other stuff, like I said, I'm catching up on that is just from like a month ago, because, you know, like holidays happen, checking in on progress, etc., etc. This one has sat since August because I was just in like a fugue state, okay? Yeah, I tweeted about this, and it took you 15 minutes. To be fair, it did take me 30 minutes. So it was no small feat. Thank you very much, and I deserve the praise for finally being able to lock in. But that's actually kind of like vindicating when it's like, oh, it didn't take 5 minutes, actually. It took like 30 minutes because I needed to do this and I needed to do that and I need to point this out and blah, 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 blah. And anyway, it's done. The ball, which had been in place for so long that it had started to calcify and grow moss, the ball is now rolling again. Slowly, but it's rolling. It's getting done. So I feel very positive about 2026. Although, now, I don't know if I have beautiful princess disorder. Who knows? Add it to the, you know what? It's all just the brain that is Ashton Martin, okay? Am I manic? I don't know. I don't know. I think we know. I don't know. But I feel this positive spin, like, this year's really gonna be my year. Probably. There will be like a come down, because there always is, of like something that will sag and stretch for like 5 months. Something's always going to fall by the wayside. What? You need to come up with code names for these projects and tell Pit Crew about them so we can keep bugging you to stay on top of it. Maybe I should. What should I call this? The code name for this project. Project Steel Ball Run. The code name for Spoils project. I chose something not at all related to the project. Now the point is that it's a code name. The point is that it's a code name. Steel balls and run. Project Steel Ball Run. Project SBR. That's what this is. Project SBR. Phase. We are currently in a transitionary state between beta and alpha. And I believe the first release of Project Steel Ball Run will happen in Q1. So, like I said in my like weirdly emotionless tweet, because I was like having like a crazy come down from an intense donathon, I told you guys Q1. Uma Year plush Steel Ball Run coincidence? That's this Q? What? What? Are you kidding me? Business Martin making an appearance. Yes. It's business, baby. Big things coming. Man. What else have I forgotten to work on? What else is it that I've forgotten to work on? Oh, but I also wanted to say before I lost topic, I need to get your guys' opinions on the Donathon incentives, and also, I don't need to tell you guys, actually. I was going to use this thought earlier to segue into something that I already told you guys about, so I guess there's no reason to like preface with like a story that happened last night. Unless you guys want to hear about me being a fat fuck. I'm such a fat fucking chud! Ugh. Yeah, yes please. Last night I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna make cookies. And so at like midnight, I make cookies. I put them in the oven for like, you know, however long they're meant to cook. But then I still have some leftover dough. So I'm like waiting for those cookies to finish baking so that I can like put the rest of the dough onto the sheet. But I won't deny myself a little indulgence in some cookie dough. And so I was eating the cookie dough as I was waiting for the cookies to finish baking. And I fell for the cookie dough. That's exactly what happened, because I ended up eating so much cookie dough that my stomach hurt too much to eat any of the cookies when they were done baking. So I just have like 6 cookies. But I was like, I ate too much cookie dough. I hate the tummy hurt slime. My tummy hurt. How could this happen? But it's like the best cookie dough ever. Fresh warm cookies are the best. You missed out. I know. But like my quench for sugar was, my thirst for sugar was quenched. Were there chocolate chips? There was, but I don't eat the chocolate chips because they're too crunchy. I only eat like the dough itself. Sorry. I was thinking about something. I was thinking about something that I heard from my sister. My sister was talking about how one of her roommates broke up with their significant other. And how like she overheard it because the person they broke up with was like crying really loudly and they live in an apartment. You think that's funny? Well, I'm getting to the funny part. I'm getting to the funny part. Or maybe it's not funny. Maybe I'm just fucked up for this. But that person was poly. And the person that broke up with them was like, I just can't do this anymore. It's not my thing. And I had never heard of this, but then she was telling me about how one time they like all went to Six Flags as a polycule. And I started thinking about how they probably would like fight with one another about like who would sit next to who, and like if there was like it was like 4 people, so if there's a 3-seat ride, then it's not a joke setup. I've just been thinking about like the idea of like going to Six Flags and being behind like what looks to be like 2 couples, but actually it's just like one messy polycule. I don't know why it's cracking me up. It's just cracking me up. Sorry. My bad, you guys. Because I mean, that was like probably like a legitimate issue. Probably a legitimate issue. Like we were even like fighting with one another, like who would sit next to who at Disney sometimes. And we're just like friends. Like, no, I was in the blah blah blah. You've been sitting next to her the whole day. Or like who would be the straggler if we were on a 3rd person ride? You're a terrible person. What? What about this makes me terrible? You can't deny the humor in that though. You can't. It's like not even at amusement parks, it's in the relationship themselves. I just think that like going to the amusement park like really it would put a strain on the relationship in a way that is like so juxtaposed by like the setting of it, you know? To be fair, it's typical hamster behavior. What, to cannibalize? That's right, Pit Crew, watch out. Hey Ashley, how you doing, girlie? Happy partner-versary. Hello, thank you. I'm doing all right. But speaking of my partner-versary and also someone who popped up at the end of my donathon, I will segue into my donathon topic. She's gonna be so mad when she finds the picule. Some of you guys make me question. I don't think if there is a picule that you guys are hiding it nearly as well as you think you are. Wait. Oh! I saw on my screen like the last subscriber thing like changing really fast, and I was like, what is that? What the hell? Sofa, thank you for the 20 gifted subs on Twitch. Oh my god, wait, what's that for? Thank you so much. If If there's a picule, there would be way more drama. Maybe that could be kind of fun, actually. It's so scary to hear Americans talk about polys because in Oceania, that's a race, not a couple designation. Oh, oh, sorry, I'm repeating myself. It's true, Orpheus and Saint are my wives, I just haven't told them yet. Yeah, the YouTube picule. Polynesian, yes. Sorry, I got stuck. I got stuck in a loop. Sorry. Ah, man. I was like, Corpse Flag, thank you for resubscribing and staying a sponsor. Happy partner-versary. Thank you. Sorry. Another loop. Also, thank you. Also, back to the donathon thing. So, I need 5 more stretch goals because we got that much farther past my stretch goal. And I want to make sure that you guys get what you are due for the money that you have donated to me, which I'm very, very thankful for. And there were replies to my Twitter post about it. So if you have an idea, I want you to reply to my Twitter post about it or post in the suggestions channel on my Discord if you have an idea of like what could be a good goal for 21,000, 22,000, 23,000, 24,000, and 25,000. So I did have some ideas of what these stretch goals could be. My taxes folder open. Closing that so I don't get jump scared. I'm gonna pull that up real quick. I think the biggest thing that I mentioned was VR chat concert and a 3D concert with other VTubers, which is something that I've never done. So those 2 things are likely going to be separate. Although I feel a little bit bad about having like 2 concert goals. So it's January 8th. She's already preparing for taxes. Well, do you guys want to know why I'm preparing for taxes? I gave a little hint. So I can spoil one part of what the money in my donathon is going to contribute to. I can spoil one teensy little bit of my concert. A little teeny bit of my, not my concert, sorry. What the money is going to. So when you're an independent business contractor, whatever the hell it's designated as by the IRS, you have to pay your own taxes because they're not automatically getting taken out like they would if you were like an employee of a company. It's not health insurance. So when I got paid for my virtual vacation concert, I didn't reserve any. I just decided to use it for more streaming stuff. I didn't put aside any money for the taxes that I'll owe on that money. So some of this donathon money will probably go, which is also taxed, by the way, will have to go to the IRS. So surprise! That's what some of the money is for. Although I will say I didn't do the donathon with that in mind. My mom just reminded me of it when she was like, you know, you're going to have to save some of this money because this will be taxed as profits on a business. It's not something you can unfortunately, I'm really sorry if you guys thought you could write this off because I'm not a non-for-profit organization. You can't write off your donations to me to get a tax break. I'm sorry. Just do tax evasion. I think maybe previously I could have been doing a little bit of tax fraud because there was not that much money moving hands in the past couple years of my streaming, a couple thousand at most. But I think with 25,000 they're gonna get a little suspicious. So no one here is donating enough to itemize their taxes anyways, so it doesn't matter. I don't know. The top donators were pretty, but anyway, so she did remind me oh, I forgot about that. So if I start doing my taxes now, then I won't like be confused on how much I'll owe later. And then I won't have like already spent the money on like my various projects and stuff. So I don't know how much it's going to be, but it shouldn't be more than a couple $1,000s, but that's how taxes work. Like, I'm really sorry. This is like the most boring, awful stream ever. Like, yeah, it's gonna get taxed. And I need to set aside part of it because won't half the donathon be taxed for next year? Yes. Part of the donathon money will be taxed for next year. $25% probably goes to taxes. Damn it. That's another thing I'm gonna have to go through and find out. Well, PayPal's just gonna output my tax forms for me. If your portfolio is complex, I would just get a dude to figure it out. Oh, I don't do my own taxes. No, that's not to worry. My mother does them. My mother does them. I know, I probably should just get an accountant or something. My mom is the tax one. My mom even watched a VTuber stream. Once I had enough money that like required that I needed to like fill out stuff on like tax forms about it, she watched a VTuber, like an accountant VTuber's like 2-hour stream to figure out like what to file stuff as and how to file stuff. Mom Martin has an accountant? No, she just does all the tax stuff. Can you talk to other VTubers to see what they do for taxes? I can guarantee you that most of them have an accountant. This actually has come up before, and most of them have accountants. So, or they have like accountants because their family has an accountant, and so it's just like another thing to send to like their family's accountant or something. But definitely figure out roughly how much you'll owe in taxes next year and put it into something like a CD. Might as well earn money on it. Wait, that's so genius. Ah, that's really genius. Wait, but can you still pull money out of a CD like at random? It's not like a 401k where like you get like really punished if you take money out. I also use my family's accountant. LOL, it's just too convenient. I'm like, I feel like just like the variety in the fact that like my mom is doing like all of my family's taxes probably warrants that we should like just get an accountant, because like how much could they possibly cost? I don't know. You lose some of the gains from pulling early. You have to keep it in the CD for whatever the time period is. You can't take money out at all from a CD. Wait, then isn't the point to put the money aside so that I can pay for it later? So if I can't take any money out, then yeah, a high yield saving account would be the way to go. Wow, we're getting like real financial in this stream. If you get a 1-year CD now, it'll be ready for you next year. Wait a second. You are correct, actually. A CD matures after X months and has a guaranteed yield. That actually might be worth looking into, just a 1-year CD. Some banks / credit unions also have like special Christmas club accounts that are like CDs that you pull out in time for Christmas. Oh. You could do your own taxes, but with how you talk about it, you probably want an accountant. Like, I am proud to be a STEM girly, working at my racetrack full time. I will admit that tax stuff like really does mystify me, and I'm sure this is mystifying to like any non-Americans too, like to all the Europeans. They're like, don't they have all this money? Don't they have all this information already? Yes, they do, but for some reason they want you to like, it's like a test. My parents have a family accountant accountant who is bilingual that helped them when they were FOB? FOB? Flat out broke? My portfolio is simple, so I file my own. Portfolio. Oh, all these words. Man. No, I don't want to admit to that. There was a point in time, well, I guess, you know, I've already said it out loud, so I'll admit to it. There was a point in time where I was like, just to put into perspective, like, how under duress I have to be to do a donathon. To ask money from my community. And also, like, I guess I wouldn't have done this anyway because, like, the money wouldn't go back to my streaming. But there was a point in time where, like, I was in such a bad place for one reason or another that I had to cash out some of my 401k from a previous job. And that was, like, the worst idea ever. Maybe I should have just held a donathon. Because they take so much of that money. So now I know I'm like a wounded dog. Limping around. I had to cash out some of my 401k. Yeah, in case you've ever considered it, I would probably just like go bankrupt. I think you probably should just go bankrupt or like go to the casino first. Try your hand at the casino maybe first. Anyway, I've been trying to looking up the current CD rates and I'm not sure it's worth it. My high yield savings account is only 0.1 less APY. Yeah, I guess if it's like you don't have any like security, like job security or savings, then a CD would be like a really bad idea. Most people use tax professionals, which are temporary hires with minimal training. You say that with like a disdain. I feel like there's a disdain, a tinge of disdain in that message. My 401k money might as well just not exist until it's time. Well, that's what I mean, like, I was, like, under duress. Like, sometimes push just come to shove. So I keep grunting because my voice is starting to hurt. Anyway, about the donathon. So, I also wanted to mention that for the incentives to donate for small amounts for you guys, so like not like the top donators, and also not the incentives for like each $1,000 goal, but rather the Checky and the spinner art goals. I need to get your guys' opinions on this, and I know it'll be hard to please everybody, but I need some sort of relief on this. Because if I gave every pit crew member a Checky for every $50 that they donated, up to 10 Checkies, there are 325 Checkies to make. Now, this is also very dependent on, will they even respond to my Google form? Perhaps people donated, they didn't even want anything at all. So maybe they could also opt to only get like one. So what are the dimensions of the Checkies and spinner art? The spinner art's very small. It's like 4 inches and stuff. That's a lot of Checkies. I know. So that's a lot of Polaroid film. That's like $600 in Polaroids. Yeah, so I think we probably have to... Please, I need the Checkies. My mom is kind of homeless. We build her a house out of them. A beautiful but fragile house of Checkies. I think you should do 1 per. Honestly, that's kind of crazy. But the problem is that I've already said 10. And there are pit crew members that are like, I'm banking on 10. I'm going to eat a bag with all 10. Like, I'm going to make it work. And... You specifically, Hot Tungsten. Weren't you gonna sell Checky separately too? Yeah, I was. So, but like to ask for more money, like to say, I don't know. I don't need more money. We just raised so much money. So much money that my mom yelled at me, you know? She was like, Ashton, that's way too much money. How could you ask them of that? And I was like, they went over. They went over. Maybe create 10 different designs and replicate them. Can you do digital checkies or does that defeat the purpose? That defeats the purpose. What's that? More money? Can't now. My Ocean just did a donathon. Make them gotcha? Ah, man. Basically what I'm asking is like, would you guys be mad if I like capped it at like 5? Because let me see what happens if I cap it at 5. Let me find the count of what happens if I cap it at 5. My mother is calling me. Hello? I'm fine. Oh, the flooding! Let me go check. Sorry, I'm live right now, so. I know. Bye. Okay. Thank you. Love you too. Bye. She was very adamant I go check my windows and doors because my parents' house is flooding. So, yikes. Alright. Ooh. Hope it's not that bad. And it should be fine just because, like, it happens so often that, like, it's just like, well... Ah! Even if I change to everybody gets 5 checkies, there's still 256 checkies to do! It doesn't even lessen it by 75 checkies. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Luckily, Ashton's apartment is water-free. At least 256 is a cool number. That's true. If you hadn't said each checky was personalized already, you could have made it that the more you donated, the more scribbles / sigs the checky had. Could you do this? No, because like the point is that the checky is it's like custom. And I also have to find like cute Polaroid film. Ooh. For real, make any past the first lazier and lazier. But they gotta have some doodles. 300 custom checkies is gonna take you like 6 years to finish. I know. Would you guys want to kill me if I changed it to like 1 Chucky each? And then at a different point in time. You know, I like how we're just dummies that don't know how it works, and you could just lie to us, but you're such a stickler to your own detriment. Well, it's not that that's the case. Like, I probably could have just lied to you guys outright, but I didn't, and I've already, like, shown my hand, and that's the problem. I was like, I'm gonna give everybody a Chucky for each $50. How much could that possibly be? And then I'm like... I love sewing. It's my favorite thing in the entire world, and now it's time to reap. Ah! Go talk to Mimi about how much effort Chuckies are. Well, she like scribbles a lot on them. Just do 1 Chucky each. Alright. I'm fine with 1. That's true, A-Circle. You do qualify for 10. You do qualify for 10. You know what? I think I'll give everybody the option, if you qualify for 3, to get 3. Let's see what 3 is, if we can do 3. And there'll also be 3 that are going to be raffled off. 2. Okay. If I max it at 3, then it's only 200, which is perfect for me. You can make extras part of the top donor rewards. Oh, maybe. Didn't qualify for 1. I'm fine for 1. Oh, you didn't? You didn't. You definitely didn't. I think the biggest thing is that, like, I have a feeling that, like, nobody's gonna want this fucking spinner art. Like, people are gonna be like, no, I'm good. I'm more than good. You can hang that one up at home, Ashton. That's a stunner. I want my spinner art. Okay. Spinner art's going on the shrine. I didn't really know what it was till mid-donathon. What do you mean when you say spinner art? So, it's so stupid, but I feel like it's like low effort enough that I could do a bunch of them. But still like unique to each person. Spinner art demonstration. Oh wow, there's like no YouTube videos about this. Not really. I know some people in my Discord were like, oh, I think she's planning on making zoetropes, and I'm really sorry to tell you guys this. I'm not making any fucking zoetropes. That's like way too hard to make. 64 of them. Here's a video. I found it. Okay, lady, review the thing already. Okay, you press it, it spin. And you know, oh, I remember these from when I was little. Yeah, it's this. So it's gonna be unique to each person. And I'm gonna get different paint. I'm gonna get like Aston colored paint. I was trying to ask how elaborate you'd make them. If you had like any techniques to try and make individual ones unique. That would take more effort, but I don't think I asked her right. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna like make it so that it like makes like a dude jumping up and down when it spins or anything. Like it's because like you guys aren't gonna be able to spin it. It's just gonna sit on your wall. It's just like custom abstract art, you know. Each one will be unique. Oh, that's not related at all. So yes, so an art Beyblade, kind of basically. The machine itself is the Beyblade. How much space are these things going to take up while drying? That's a good good question. You guys might, there might be a pit crew out there who secretly gets the footprint spinner art. I'm framing it and putting it on my wall. Hello, Sake. You might get the secret footprint spinner art from me stepping on it and going like, fuck! I forgot that I left a drawing there. Will it be autographed? Yes, they're all gonna be autographed as well. So they're gonna dry, and then I'm gonna take a Sharpie and I'm gonna be like, to blank, love, Ashton. How much money? How much money? Oh, that could be a cute thing too, to do like finger paint art. That could be cool. Did the auction / lottery ever happen? No, it hasn't happened yet. I need to set all that up. I have been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but all the stuff is still right next to me. So that will be happening as a silent auction in my Discord. So if you guys are interested in buying any of the stuff from the Ashton archives, such as some like B version notebooks or my little fucked up documakras, bottle opener keychains. Oh wait, also yo Jam, if you use !Discord on YouTube now, Nightbot should post it. Yay! I finally added that in after streaming for like 6 months on YouTube. It's so cozy to have Ash back online. I'm starting to doze off. I miss streaming. I need the fucked up docky. Well, you have oh, only 2? Oh gosh. Oh no, 3. You have 3 opportunities to get one. So same, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the end tonight. Well, if it's any consolation, I don't think tonight's stream is gonna be all that long because all I really have on the agenda tonight is yapping. Wait, so just to get confirmation, hopefully it's in February, which is definitely not when I get my end of year bonus. But speaking of Donathon and incentives and stuff, are you guys oh wait, it's not linked? Oh man, it's already been an hour and a half. Oh, that's light work for me. An hour and a half stream would basically not count as a stream to me, honestly. Are you guys actually good with 3 max? Because 3 max can still... Link needs HTTPS. Fuck! Okay, I'll fix that. I'll do it right now just to make sure it gets fixed. All good, yes. Well, I think the people that are commenting are people that don't even qualify for more than 1. Actually, not true. Rika qualifies for 4. 2 max? I can handle 3 max. That's just 200. And there's also the possibility, like a likely possibility, there will be people that don't want 3. There will be people that will be like, I only want 1. Don't give me the max. And there will also be people that don't even respond. So, yes, if I can buy check keys somewhere else later, oh, of course. And they're gonna be way cheaper, so they'll be limited, but they'll be cheaper. I know that I was like artificially inflating the Checky market by accident during my Donathon, but like the Checkies will probably be like $15 to $20. Who won't respond? Well, there's like some pit crew who probably just like, you know, balled out, tossed me 200, and then like haven't come back. Like I haven't seen them chat again. I don't want to like name names or something, but like that is very possible, especially with the people who only got like 1 checky. You know, like there's a bunch of names here where it's like, I don't know this person. They don't chat in my streams all that much. And so if they don't respond to my tweet somewhere in the Discord or like a DM from one of my mods on Twitch, then it's like, they're just not gonna get one, you know? Haha, the top donor that wasn't even following. Waper34, but he's real as hell. He's real as fuck, and he even joined the Discord. Like, he's definitely a real person. I feel bad because at first I was like, what's this dude even do? Oh, great. I'm gonna get a charge back again. That was so silly, but I felt so bad because he's a real guy, and he enjoys my content. And big ups to Wafer. He got chat logs. Wait, did he actually have chat logs? He had old chats and an early follow day. Really? Ah! I wish I could see this. He might even be in here right now. Wish Ashton Martin a happy. No way he unfollowed for that? Yeah, very old. What? No way. I was like... He unfollowed just to like refollow again on stream. Oops, I feel bad now. I didn't recognize his name. Waper's real. He's always in Marley's chat. Wait, who is Marley? Wait, don't these nuts me. Marley's nuts. No, okay, it's not real. It's not these nuts. Ahem. I just gotta cover my bases. Yo, what snacks we rockin'? It's the packaging of my messed up, misprinted Dakimakura. So, not a snack. I wish it was a snack. I wish it was a snack. Lately, I've been on a kick of making homemade potato gnocchi. I just got here, so will Ahmad just DM us if we're getting a checky? Yes. Oh, Ghost Girl Marley. Oh, wait, I feel so bad. I wish that... How do you look up, like... Is there any way that I can, like, find a specific chatter's chat logs? I feel really bad because, like, I pride myself on remembering, like, most of my pit crew. Who talked about Ghost Girl Marley? Oh, there you are! You got summoned! There you are. Perfect. Now I can, like, go back in time and read your messages. It's mostly just messages from being rated in from other VTubers. Ah, I recognize these VTubers. They're all my friends. Being gifted subs, raids from a myriad of people. Oh, and also, oh, you know what? A lot of your chats, Waper, are from when I wasn't even looking at my chat during my PC building stream. Oh! I feel like that's a good out, in my opinion. It's always a treat when you remember us in your chat, but then I feel so guilty when I'm like... When I don't remember. Because Waper's been in my chat. I just... Each of you guys are, like, important in your own ways. So of course I notice you guys. Maybe that's like a little bit too intense. Sorry. Sorry. Wah! There's new Ashton art in the Ashton art and tag. Have a nice day. Doc Martin wearing Doc Martens. Whoa, who is this? Oh my god, they gave me such cute pointy ears. This is really cute. Also, Twitch being Twitch hit follow but still not registered as a follower. How is that possible, Waper? Wait, let me check your profile. It does say you're following for me, if that matters. So you love each picture differently? No? Have a nice day. I also claim dominion over mice. I'm not really offended by any other, like, incorrect assertion of my rodency besides for rat, I think. I think when people call you a rat, it's very obviously meant to be offensive. Not that I find that, not that I would be unhappy to be a rat, but it's like, okay. Yeah, I get it. You think I'm dirty. You think I'm a fat fuck eating pizza in the catacombs of New York. Well, skunk, not a rodent. Wait, I should... Maybe I just got schooled. Is this skunks rodents? Ah, not a rodent, so... Naturally, that is offensive. Also, the reason why, and man... Speaking of pit crew that haven't been around in a very long time, although I can't tell if this is because I banned them or not, there was somebody that I had to, that was like, that would always call me a skunk, and then whenever we raided into somebody else, they'd be like, oh, Ashton's a skunk. Whenever they were like, oh, are you a Chilla, a mouse? And then because VTubers are gullible, they'd believe them, and I'd be like, can you not believe that one random chatter? And then I found out belatedly that that one chatter also followed me on Twitter, and so I stalked them on Twitter, and they have a fart fetish. So it was like... Anyway. Akari Rini, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Ashton Martin. I'm the Roller Runner Race Queen of Beat Racing. Welcome to my stream. What great timing. That's a crazy mix-up. So it was like, oh, that's why they keep calling me a skunk. Because they're like deluded. they wish I was a skunk. This was a long time ago. Like, so it's a compliment, I guess? I think it's mostly just like... I don't know. Like, my second day here, I thought that was just a stream joke, so I also repeated the skunk thing during a raid, and I got yelled at next stream because I hated it! Because it's so easy to piggyback off of. I don't look like a skunk at all! Also, Akari, if you need to head out, I totally understand. Happy partner anniversary. Thank you! That's genuinely hilarious. Yeah, and he obviously had, like, ulterior motives. I think that's what's pissing me off about it. Do you stalk all new followers? It kind of depends. Why? I don't know. If it's my prerogative that day. Guy who keeps calling you a rabbit tube with a foot fetish, right? Like, that's exactly what it's like. I kind of see why people would get confused. Why? Can you actually genuinely say why people might think I was a skunk? I don't know if skunks really fart, though. That's like their whole thing! It did. I feel like I've gotten a few audits recently. Well, whenever you guys post about me, Twitter knows that I want to see those posts about me, so it'll like show them on my timeline sometimes. Got a raid in Yash, but have fun. No worries. Thank you for the raid. They spray a smelly liquid? Well, okay. We're just getting into semantics then. Yes, I know that it is like stylized cartoonishly as a fart, and it isn't technically a fart. It's an expression of anal glands that stink very terribly, but Pepe Le Pew. And don't say it's because I'm green, because first of all, I'm not green, and second of all, I resent the idea that I look smelly as a result of it. I always wonder how deep you gotta go to avoid Ashton's watchful eye. You have to have a locked account. I won't request to follow a locked account. But I'd be snooping. It's the black and white theme. Fatcatcher, are you saying I have a black and white theme? Because I might have news for you. Yes, and green hair. Have you seen an optometrist? Fuck, why is everyone black? I'm the only person in this chatter's life. That's a hell of a way to find out that you're fully colorblind. Ow! Even though my parents' house is flooding, my mom is sending me pictures of their cats. I've really been yearning for a kitty recently. I want a Kit Kat. But then I think about how like I have a lot of fragile stuff on my main shelving unit in my apartment, and then I think about like how if there was a curious cat or like a rambunctious cat that would jump up there and knock a bunch of shit off, it would drive me fucking insane. And I'm not willing to like change my lifestyle for a pet, and then I get cured. I know that not all cats do that, but it would be just my luck that my cat would do that. There were some cats at Mahjong last Friday. It made me happy. And I know that the toxoplasmosis is like, you can do no wrong, actually. Actually, you could eat me if I died in my apartment for sustenance. You could eat me and I would never be mad at you. Cat litter dust gets everywhere. Yeah, I think that's my biggest thing, is that I would like to have a place like to put the litter box, but I don't have any My small cat broke a couple of my figures, so I had to get enclosed displays. I have a lot of things where I might have like a melty if they broke by the hand of somebody else, especially somebody who I dare not lay a hand upon. Just get the low dust ones. Well, it's like less about the dust and more about like the poop. More about the stench. Man, this reminds me that I had a friend in college who moved out to California. And I had never been to California. So she graduated before me, and so then I went out to visit her. And she lived in West Hollywood. And she had 2 cats. And she also had a roommate, and the roommate didn't want the cat's litter boxes in like the common areas because they smelled. And so they were only in her room, and I also had to like share a bed with her. Also, these cats were really weird because they would eat like literally anything. I went to the Tony Moly store in Little Tokyo, which I don't think exists anymore. It's like a gacha parlor, and they like ate my face masks that were in like plastic bags. But they were also like, because they ate like anything and everything because they were like voracious and insane, they had like terrible poops too. And so you had to leave the door open at night for them to come in and out, because otherwise they would be like bouncing off the walls all night. And then, of course, the only time that they would come in probably is because they had fun like playing out in the apartment alone, would be to shit like in the middle of the night. And because they ate everything, their poop smelled crazy bad. And that was like the moment where I was like, I think I might be too prissy to like just like roll with the punches. Like I think I might need to get a hotel room. like I appreciate like the kindness to be let into somebody else's home, but like hearing one of her cats like blow the fuck out of their litter box at night. And the stench just like spread to the entire room. I was like, I probably should have just gotten a hotel, I think. Because I don't want to be the asshole to be like, your cat stinks so fucking bad. I remember because I went to Little Tokyo, I left bread out on the counter in a bag, like a plastic bag within a brown bag. And when we came back the next day, they had eaten it. Yes, no, I wouldn't even call them category 5 dookies. It was like wet. I hear cat owners call dogs smelly, and I'm like, okay. No, dogs are smelly in a different way. Dogs are always smelly, which is the worst part about dogs, because their coats are like meant to withstand like outdoor weather. They haven't been domesticated the same way that cats have, and so like they are just like oily all the time. They're smelly in a different way. But you're right for leaving. Oh no, I didn't leave. I stayed. I stayed, and I felt like so prissy because one of the nights where the cats like had like a loud wet shit in the box, I like couldn't stand it anymore, and I said like, can we like open the window and light a candle? And she was like, I don't have any candles. I can open the window and like turn the fan on. And I was like literally anything would be better than this. Please turn something on. I felt so bad about that. Oh. What were they feeding them? I don't know. I think they were just like genetically messed up. Cat 5 is the worst here, and there's occasionally splashback that damages innocent bystanders. Well, luckily, like, she knew that there was, like, splashback, so it was, like, an enclosed litter box. But, like, it was, like, toxic waste zone inside of that litter box, which, of course, was in the room that I slept in. You know, I would have like a little dog though, I think. One that I don't need to walk every day. But I don't know, I feel moral qualms with like, on one hand, I think that would be like right up my alley to have like a dog that's been bred to like have a pituitary gland the size of a peanut and like no functioning higher thought. But then I can't help but think how like scary it is to like look into the eyes of an animal and like know that it definitely doesn't have a soul. Can confirm cat poop smell real bad when fresh. That is why I have to buy one of those scented stanchless grain for the litter boxes. Yeah. I think that like that's the only time that cats smell. Animals have souls? Oh no, I'm not saying that animals don't have souls. I'm saying that like the hyper inbred like Korean and Chinese teacup Pomeranians that they have, those dogs don't have souls. Not by their own like wicked nature, but just because of the circumstances of their birth. Those poor creatures should have been created. Yes, the ones that have been created by like not by God's hand, but by man's hand. You know? So if I baptize them, is that okay? I think that might get you in trouble with the big man upstairs. Dogs in apartments are a huge mistake. My roommate's dog pisses and shits everywhere even though it has bad. I feel bad for like giving like the dog lovers in my chat ammunition with like my friends like poopy cats, but like that is like the outlier by far, truly. Like I'm just a little bit too prissy to have them like be sort of rambunctious and like knock stuff over, but that's like a natural, like both dogs and cats can do that, because dogs with like tails that wag all the time can like smack shit off of stuff all the time, and they can even break their tails from doing that. But like I definitely feel though, Loki, that your roommate's dog that pisses and shits in the house is an outlier, even as somebody that really doesn't like dogs. I made the mistake of leaving my door open once I went to my bathroom and pissed everywhere. Like, you need to send that dog to a farm upstate or something. Yeah, cats don't smell bad in general because they groom. And when you have a cat, unlike with dogs, whenever people are like, the crusty Dorito smell, that's my favorite, you know, that's just like you're fucked in the head and you have no excuse for that. You're just like a pervert. But with the cat owners, it's like they actually do give you like a brain parasite so that you think that they smell like fresh baked bread. So at least it's like you have an excuse for your insanity. I don't know. I think my biggest thing is that like I'm very like germophobic. So that's not how toxoplasmosis works. Whatever. I'm very germophobic, and I've like yet to meet a dog really that like whenever I pet it doesn't make me like want to wash my hands right after. Like I couldn't own a pet where it's like I need to wash my hands right after. Some cats are like that too. Some cats are greasy as fuck, especially the fat ones that can't like clean their back and stuff because they're too fat to like reach around. Some cats are like greasy and nasty and dandruffy too. It's crazy you say you're germophobic, but then you're living in the poop smeared apartment. I cleaned it as well as I could, and also it's poop smeared not by my own hand, by the hand of like barbarian plumber men. I cleaned that like whole room top to bottom. Some cats always show up dusty. My parents' cats love to go spelunking in the basement and come back out covered in cobwebs. You can be a lizard girly. I went to the mall on Saturday and there were children showing off their clingy pet geckos. But salmonella can grow on lizards and stuff, so you still have to wash your hands after you handle them. Cat owners whose cat's walking around in their toilet then walks through the counters and tables. That doesn't happen. Like, if it's my poop, then that's my bacteria, that's my body in the walls. That's my logic against like not having to like wash my cups or like get clean water. Like, well, the bacteria that's in my standing water that sat on my desk for 5 days is my bacteria. Although this is fresh. Not to worry, this is fresh. And the poop walls. I think I will change it to max 3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, they're probably not watching my stream right now. But somebody just sent me a sneak pic of a pit crew at MagFest. On Discord. How curious. I was wondering, Ashton, do you not like water bottles like Yeti or the type? I do like water bottles. I like insulated water bottles. I have a few Stanley cups. And I also like Camelback water bottles. And I have 2 Awala. Basically, I'm a consumerism final boss. Get stocked pit crew? Was this someone you know personally? Like the pit crew member that got their picture taken? No. Maybe. I don't know. Could be anybody. It could be that sent the pic. It is. I don't know if I'm gonna say. Actually, why do you ask? Oh, you mean like, is it an IRL that's sending me pictures or something? No. What's with that face? Why are you looking sneaky? But anyway, I think I've gotten to the bottom of what I'll do. I think I'll do 3 max Polaroids. And alright, keep your secrets. I just don't want to like say who might be there. You must understand this, right? It's a VTuber related person. Why are you guys being sneaky? Alright, who do you guys think it is then? I was just quoting a meme. I know you were quoting a meme. But it's worth addressing. I have friends in high places. All places. Mama Martin? No one in particular? Wait, why are we winking? Who could it possibly be? Bao? Actually, speaking of Bao, I might have to message her. I was like spelunking through artists recently, and I saw that somebody named Bao featured on a song from like a Japanese DJ, and I was like, is this like my Bao? I think once if I confirm it or deconfirm it, maybe I'll post the song in my Discord. And I was like, what? And then I remember I looked up like, you know what I mean? Like fellow VTuber Bao. Bao the whale Bao. 52 hearts whale Bao. I mean, I couldn't know, but it's funny to picture a VTuber friend at a con spotting a pit crew member and alerting you. It happens like all the time. It happens really often. People will send me pictures of the happies in the wild. Man, there was somebody who was watching like the concerts at Holiday Matsuri in their Aston Martin Happy on like a few days. And they're like just Friday and Sunday. And people were sending me pictures of that too. Both like VTuber friends and more. If it's like happies, that makes sense, but recognizing someone is funny. Oh no, they're wearing the pit crew jacket. That's why I got sent the picture. Like, hey, look at this like random human man. Isn't this somebody in your community? No, it's not like that. They're wearing a jacket that like explicitly says Aston Martin's Race Queen Fan Club pit crew on it. Like it's the jacket. Oh wait, I probably give like way too little context. Yeah, like they can tell they're a pit crew because they're wearing the jacket. They just knew. But yeah, I went snooping too, and I like looked up on Bao, like name of DJ. Has she tweeted about this? No, she hasn't. But it's really old, so Bao is very talented and prolific. You have the look of a chilla about you. What the fuck? This Ashen got the mark of this guy got the mark of Ashen scarred upon his cheek. What is that a reference to? But anyway, this actually might be a short stream, a 2-hour stream, because I don't really have much else to talk about. And my tummy is growling, and I've been really on a potato gnocchi kick. Is he, you know, a friend of the Ashton? Why, yes. You should rest your voice anyways. I know I should. My voice is still very kunky. And I'm going to be playing Super Mario Sunshine tomorrow, and I think this will be the finale. I think I only have like a few more levels, if that, in Peanut Park. In Peanut Park? That's what it's called. And then also Pianta Village. The Pianta Village ones might be kind of crazy though, because the gnocchi propaganda got her eating gnocchi. I love a theme, you guys know. Ashley has friends everywhere, exactly. Eyes all across the world. Love to tune in to the end. How was your super break from streaming? It was good. I got like a ton of stuff done. And now it's like, whenever I'm like in the mood to work on stuff, does this happen to anybody else where it's like, I've gotten through like a huge backlog of like, I gotta email this person, I've gotta talk to this person, I've gotta follow up on this, and this, and like da 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 da. And then like once you finish doing that, doesn't it sort of like become like, make you really listless when it's like, I have the energy right now to keep replying to people, so then when they take time to reply to me, it's like I can feel like my life force starting to drain. It's like, fuck, you have to respond like within the next 24 hours or else I'm not gonna do it for like a week. Like I need it to happen now. Did I miss any jury duty updates? No, my jury duty won't happen for a while. And it's also standby, so apparently I just have to call the day before. I don't know. It makes me more stressed. I just wish that like, it's just tough because it's like, I wish I could turn off like, okay, that's enough work for now. And then like save that like reserve energy for the next time that I need to like lock in. But no, it's just gonna like slowly trickle out, and I'm gonna like be, I'll message this person, I'll talk to this person, I'll line this up, and I'll do this, and then like for 2 months I'm gonna be like, my energy. When you're in the zone, you gotta maximize it. Exactly. Maybe it's because it feels overwhelming. Could break it down into more manageable goals. I gotta do 10 whatevers and then break. Well, no, the problem is that like I want to do 100 whatevers, and then at the end of 100 whatevers, I need to wait for those whatevers to reply to me, and so it's like when they don't reply, it's like gnawing at my desk, like rattling the bars of my cage, like what am I supposed to do with all this energy? And then what happens sometimes too is then I will be like, you know what, I need more stuff to do, let's contact new people. And then I'll be like, I'm gonna talk to this artist, and I'm gonna set up this commission and blah 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 blah. And then by the time that they like get back to me, it's like my energy, it's all gone. If you have to actually go in person, try to look as crazy and homeless as possible. I think that I might have a case though, because Ramlimo said the other day that like if I say like I'd be fine with like a 1-day trial, but if it's longer than 1 day, not only do I have to take time off working the racetrack, I also have to take time off of streaming, and like being consistent is a very important thing when you're a streamer. And so I can be like, look, if I don't have the ability to work my small business, then I will lose out on the opportunity to make money, so blah blah blah. Have you tried meth? You should try meth. I'm not a girl that does bad stuff. They cut you a sweet check for $13 a day. I feel like this is all my own fault because the universe is rewarding me, because the other month I was like, I want to have jury duty because Mama Martin had jury duty, and it was so much fun because she went in and they were like, oh, we don't need you. And then they sent her away, but she had already taken the whole day off of work. And then she like went and got herself like yummy pancakes, and then she went shopping, and she had like a fun day out. And I was like, I want jury duty. What the heck? And now I have jury duty, and it's like, it would be just my luck. Oh. NCL, you seem like a girl that does bad stuff. I seem like a bad girl? Yes! Wow. Ow. I'm such a good girl, teehee. I don't... By I'm a good girl, I mean I don't do hard drugs. I've never partook. I don't even do, like, prescribed drugs. I don't have anything prescribed. I have fully raw dog life. That's not entirely true, actually. I do take, like, a women's hair and nail vitamin. So, does this maybe explain a little why maybe sometimes you might interpret that I have, like, a unhealthy association with alcohol? Raw dog and Dr. Pepper? Yeah, that's why I'm, like, fucking housing Dr. Peppers every day. Well, not right now, but... all gummy vitamins. I don't think it's unhealthy, though. It isn't, but, like... it could be. Like, I feel like I could... I can't imagine raw dogging life with OCD. Well, there really isn't anything to get for OCD. Nothing will stop the thoughts. Or the actions. How's the Dr. Pepper stoppage? I want to say that it's, like, worse than it actually is, but I've, like, low-key been cheating because I've been drinking my gamer juice. My gamer juice. It's a pretty easy switch, to be honest. Because it has caffeine in it. Maybe I should have made it, like, entirely, like, soda and gamer juice. My Christmas present will come in clutch. What does this mean? What does that mean? Gamer juice isn't Dr. Pepper, though, and it probably has no calories. Yes, it has no sugar, and it has no calories. It's only got red 40 and... theanine and Ashen flavor restock when? Oh yes, I have to bug Advanced GG about this. It's not sugary or carbonated, but it tastes sugary and carbonated. Never mind, different drugs for OCD. No meth. I love aspartame! Yippee! Straight red 40. Honestly, when something is red, it does taste better in my brain. Yummy. Just gotta get a home carbonation set up. Man, people were like really up in arms about my my rating of sparkling water in my drink list. I didn't realize sparkling water had shooters like that. That really confused me. There were even people that were like, I only drink sparkling water. I have a soda stream so that I can make sparkling water at all times of the day. I don't like the taste of it. Like, it tastes like it's been aerated. You can taste the bubbles in it. Was it Europeans? You know, I don't know, actually. Yeah, it tastes like TV static when there's like no other flavor in it. Find a flavor you like? No, like, I'm talking about like plain sparkling water. Sparkling water goated, sparkling water is awful. Yeah, this is like a very disparate opinion in my chat. The bubbles are from citric acid, so sparkling water tastes a little bit acidic. Yeah, it does. It does. It tastes like almost metallic. Lime LaCroix with tobacco. Ew. What the hell? Ugh. That doesn't sound good at all. That's foul. That's like some sissy shit. Most people, when they think of like a good drink with tobacco, they're like, whiskey on the rocks. Real ones will know. That's the CO2. Yeah, is it citric acid that's in that water? I thought it was just the CO2. It's like... bleh. Congrats on another year of rooming. Thank you, Chess Cat. Ooh, carbonated milk. It does kind of disgust me to think about the fact that like milk is basically just water. Water with like some proteins in it that make it icky tasting and opaque. Oh wait, Kelpis is kind of like that. Ew. Ew. thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. Well, my messages sent in chat instead of the thing happy partner whatever. Why, thank you. Do you guys remember when I got partner? On New Year's Day, a week before, I appeared on Fillian's show and tell stream where I told a very remarkable, interesting story. And it was an interesting start to the new year. And that was also another interesting day too, because I was hungover. And I had been like actively trying not to throw up. Because I wasn't like super fucked up hungover. It was just like nauseous enough to like unsettle me. But I was like, the show must go on. And so I did the presentation, and then a week later I got partner. That feels appropriate for a Fillion stream. It's kind of funny because she did a bunch of stuff that's like easy to hold against her during it. Like she kept thinking that I was done with my story. And she'd be like, oh, that's very nice, Ashton. Anyway, next. And I'd be like, I'm not done. She'd be like, oh, okay. I wasn't like over time or anything. It was just like, it seemed like the logical conclusion to the story. And I had to be like, well, actually, there's more to the story. Actually, we're not done just yet. Maybe I should have just cut it. So does she still talk to you? Well, it wasn't like a, hey, we're friends now. It was like a audition. It was like a talent show. Like, is everybody that like goes on X Factor like friends with Simon Cowell, you know? She thought it was a cute story. Time to find the VOD. I'm pretty sure it got clipped. So you'll be able to find it. Yeah. Farming us baby VTubers. Not to mention how much Ash was dreading it in the Discord the night before. Yeah, it was something called like New Year, New Me. It was 2 years ago at this point. I think the funny bit is that I like popped up here and there occasionally. Granted, like she's a very large VTuber, so I get this. I've like popped up here and there. Like I have friends that know her. You know, Kit Kat once like she was IRL streaming at Offkai, and then Kit Kat was like, check out Ashton, blah blah blah. And there was also another time where like we did like, are you smarter than a 5th grader or something? And she still doesn't remember who I am. It's like kind of funny at this point. Panicking what story to tell? Well, it was between like inspection day story or like something less gross out. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You were in the edited version on her show. Oh, I was. Oh, actually, speaking of being in the edited versions of videos, you know, I guess I should have expected this because I'm playing like Mungie Monday with Alvarad, who clips like all his Mungie Monday stuff. But I got suggested a Mungie Monday like supercut of one that I was in, and it was so odd because I was like, wait a second, I'm in the thumbnail for this. Like, huh? I didn't even realize that like these videos were getting, those streams were getting like clipped into videos. So maybe I should add those to my playlist of like videos I appear in, because I have that on YouTube. Fuck, this VTuber is really funny. What the fuck, who are you? Oh wait, what was the clip? Wait, what clip? No, it wasn't like a clip, it was just like the whole stream edited down of like Mungie Monday. Interesting. Thank you for all the partner anniversaries. Oh, congratulations. I didn't say the final word. Thank you. Get perceived. Ah! It's always like so confronting to be like, oh my god, people can actually like clip the things I say and make videos that like reach a wider audience, and like I'm going to be held accountable for my actions. Ah! I forget about it because like I don't really have like any like clippers and stuff. That's something that always happens with like Mint too. Whenever I'm on Mint's channel, it's just like, oh my god, like within minutes people will clip stuff. And it's like, I don't remember saying that. That's how I feel a lot of the time. I think that's my biggest issue. It's like, oh, did I really say that? Yes, I did embarrass myself in front of thousands of people. Well, you're in this video. Ooh. Oh god. I was not prepared for the group plankton moaning. Yeah, I forgot about this. This was a while ago. Oh gosh, I was gonna say something else and I lost it. Oh, and then in the comments of those like alpha rad super clips of Mungie Monday, people are like, who is Ashton? Who is Ashton? Who is Ashton? There's a bunch of comments being like, I don't know who Ashton is. It's weird hearing my name from like children who are named Ashton and stuff. Who is Ashton? Maybe I should comment and be like, hey guys, what up y'all? I didn't know these existed. Ooh, but speaking of like YouTube videos that get made, something that I really like are the videos that I think like Giwi makes them pretty often, and then like Croc also made one recently about like art skills. I want to be on one of those like art skill videos where it's like I asked my friends to like draw this Pokemon from memory, or like I did Gartic Phone with like 12 of my VTuber friends. I love those. I'd love to do those. It's always who is Ashton and not how is Ashton. No need to ask that. No need to ask. Because Ashton is always Martin. But yes. Anyway. Short stream today so that I can preserve my voice and also get back to working hard for the pit crew. Stream again tomorrow. It's going to be Super Mario Sunshine, and I believe that we'll finish the game tomorrow. I don't think that there is many more shines to get besides for like maybe like 2 in Pinna Park, and then like all of Pianta Village because I hate that place. What a hellish awful place to live. It was funny when you got clipped in the Mario story, people were like, what the fuck, she made them kiss? How cruel. I know. Bye-bye, nice to meet you. You passed evaluation. Why, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Ashton wins again. Oh. It can absolutely be done in one more. You can finish for sure. Yay! Alright, well, I'll put the waiting room up on YouTube. And also, I know that I have my schedule pinned on my Twitter, which you should definitely check out and follow. You should use !socials to get a link to my website. And from there, you can check out my Twitter, which is where I'm the most active offline. It's also where I post my schedules for the upcoming week. My schedule is not reflexive of reality because I will not be streaming on Sunday. What is going on? Happy New Year! It's sure been a real busy year. I can only get back to you now. I hope you have been up to date with the game redeems, Miss Martin. We've just received, oh god, a new one for you, Slime Rancher. Good luck, love Senequiz. Oh god. Oh no. Slime Rancher? Of all games, Slime Rancher? Well, mods, throw it into the pile. Slime Rancher it is. Methinks me going to play Deadlock after this. Happy partner anniversary, Miss Asha. Thank you, Lil Juju. It's iconic. I feel like I don't know what Slime Rancher is about. The redeemed shredder pile or the pile? Of course not the redeemed shredder pile. Gee. Don't ask questions you know the answer to. What? There's no shredder pile. Ranching slimes? I wonder if they have a ranch dressing slime. Slime Rancher VR could be fun. Ooh. Speaking of VR, I gotta play Half-Life Alyx. And I do have to play Yakuza because that was redeemed in the Donathon, and I gotta play all my redeem games, and I have to finish Metal Gear Solid 3, and I've gotta do this, and I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get all the Donathon incentives together, and then I gotta play all my Donathon streams, and then, oh! I wanted to take a stand. I realized that there was a foot pick and a cosplay pick incentive in my donathon. And I wanted to say, I will release the floodgates before the end of this month. So if you are wondering, why has Esther not posted those yet? It is because I understand how long these things linger. And I want to make sure they are presentable in some degree. Basically, I have an obsession with cutting my toenails really short so that they don't snag on my Crocs, and they're like really short right now. So I'm waiting to get them done at the salon before I take a picture. That's all. Not saving foot pic for February 14th. Ew, Crocs! Ew, Crocs! Croc snag is a known issue. I'm plagued by it. Get inch-long acrylics. She's waiting until the toe fungus medication works. Nuh-uh. I have pristine feet. I'm actually looking at them right now. Ooh, and I'm like rubbing them and spreading them. Cracking my toes. Ow! Fuck, that hurt. That was my finger, not my toe. They're so short. I can't help it though. Checking my other one. And I'm nervous to go to the salon. The salon has all the germs. Will those only be posted on Ashton Twitter and not shown on stream? Will a no Twitter having individual be left out? I'm really sorry, Unreasonable S. You will have to just look on Twitter. You will be able to see them on Twitter. You just need to go to the specific post, okay? I'm really sorry, but I'm not gonna show those on stream. I refuse to have that, like... I refuse to have that, like, paper trail live on stream. Considering the stream is more important than the stupid Twitter, I'd much rather desecrate that. What will Grok do to those pics? Actually, yeah, what will Grok do to the pics? Understood. I apologize. Certainly they will get reposted in the Discord, if anything, so you won't go without. Is it kind of not safe to post the cosplay on Twitter given the whole Grok thing? Yeah, that's also why I'm holding off, because I'd like for there to be like some changes made to Grok. And I have a feeling that there will be like some sort of maybe not legislation, but like legal thing that will cause Grok to stop like making people into bikinis and stuff, because that's like actually illegal. Yeah, let the fad die down. And also I'll probably post as a GIF. Gotta put them in a secret place on your website. I also like the scavenger hunt. Oh god. I love my ocean, but I don't want random chuds looting you with AI. And I appreciate that, and I understand that very well. I also don't want to be looted with AI. But I saw a funny TikTok today that can kind of describe it, okay? Not to make it seem... I mean, you guys... Like, I've mentioned before, I'm welded into this uniform. This is all I got. So try as Grok may to estimate the color, shape, and size of my areola, it will never be real. What you will be seeing is a mirage created by by a false god, okay? Grok, like your turn, boy. Now that's a clip. But yeah, 2.5 hours, not so bad for stream time. Short and sweet. I will see you guys again tomorrow. I'm gonna find somebody to raid on Twitch to voice you guys off upon. But on YouTube, I will just stop my stream. Ew! I sound horrible today. I'm like real crunky sounding. I gotta up my gate. There we go. Oh, I missed the whole stream. I'm sorry, it's very short today. Grog, make her a raver queen instead. Swap that meth for Molly. What are we talking about? This is like, to an outsider, I bet that like, I must seem absolutely insane. This also reminds me of when I was talking about trying like bowl slop during my donathon, and I was like, I want to try kava. Kava seems like it's so good. And somebody in my chat was like, kava's terrible for you. Don't do that, Ashton. Like, you're gonna fuck up your whole life. And I was like, what are you talking about? But there's this plant called kava that's like a unregulated hallucinogenic. But I was talking about like kava, the bowl slop restaurant, the Mediterranean Chipotle. So I appreciate the concern, but I'm a good girl and I don't do that. I'm still getting a flash flood warning. Blah. Wait, I thought you meant that right now? No! There's a chain called CAVA, Kava. It's doing damage control for the plant. Ayahuasca stun. You even drink kava with a bowl? What? You do? Thanks for the apps, Ash. I missed teasing you these last few days. Smoke this. Psh. I was about to smack myself, but then I realized that'd be too much fan service. Yeah, y'all don't want the smoke, the Ashton smoke. Y'all can't handle the Ashton smoke. My nose is stuffing up for some reason. Alright, let's find somebody to raid. Oh yeah! What are your guys' New Year's resolutions also? For some reason that was like a huge oversight on my part for the donathon. I'm sad I can't play Riven. Live. To learn how to play Mahjong, I want to lose more weight. I figured out what I want as one of my goals in 2026, so it'll be a resolution. I want to get better at like jewelry stacking, like wearing jewelry. Like, I'm a very simple girl. Like the chic girls always wear like 3 rings or like 2 necklaces and then 4 bracelets. I want to be like a chic jewelry girl. I want to get better at like combining my jewelries to be more chic. I thought it being nicer to yourself, but that's nice too. That's child's play. I want to read 40 books this year like I used to before last year. You should add Heated Rivalry to the list. I want to join more VTubers. Yeah, get through the year and apply to post-bachelor programs. Yes. I want to win the Tokyo Derby. In Uma Musume, Gambare. Hashire, Uma Musume. I want to get a setup together to make hand cam streams and start doing tutorials to fight Gen AI. Ooh. Start a for real business. Ooh. To never go back to work. Start writing and streaming. Ooh. Slap bass. Ooh. Okay, I commend all these. I want to be more social this year. Okay, think of all of your hopes and desires, and I hope that you get all of these things. Those are all really, really great ideas. And I'm gonna have a New Year's resolution, a delayed New Year's resolution stream. It'll be in time for like Chinese New Year. For Year of the Horse. I love those streams where people put all their resolutions on Emma at like the Japanese shrines, and then we hang them up and we can like go like, oh, I really hope you get it. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Also, of course, this year's the year I'm gonna start going to the gym. This year's the year. I haven't gone yet, but I've been a busy girl. The Mary Emma streams are so cool. I think I'm just gonna outright steal her way of doing it, because I had an Emma stream last year and that was really fun, but Barry did it by like having people submit their own into a Google Drive, and I was like, that's so much less work. That's so much better. The problem is I wonder if you guys will be able to, if I'll be able to read your handwriting or something. Don't go to the gym, keep eating. No! No. Thank you guys so much for... Ask your workout stream when? Well, I did have Ring Fit as a goal that we passed in my donathon, so... Ring Fit coming... someday. Not soon, maybe. Oh wait, also... We can do this right now. Can you guys see these? Okay, mods can. But I don't think that the chat can. They'll just have to see these nuts. No, they'll just have to chat so you guys can see what happened. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if they chat. There was perhaps a incentive for the top donators in my donathon, that they might get a special accolade in my chat if they're a top donator. I have a feeling that they'll probably be too shy to message ever again, though. Hashire, hashire, umamusume. Na 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 na. Hashire, hashire, umamusume. Oh, are you feeling threatened as a VIP, please? Alright! That's it. Gonna find somebody to raid. So I keep like delaying and then backtracking and then delaying. Let's raid Monkey D, because I believe she raided me during my donathon, and she's playing a Super Mario retro game, Super Mario World. So the moon is huge and round tonight. It reminds me of you. What? Oh my god, you guys gotta go. That's it. Thank you guys for coming to my stream. Oh, thanks for streaming. Oh, wait for message. And now he's got the special VIP badge. Everybody look. Waper with his VIP badge as a top donator. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. I know it's a very, very, very short day, or short, whatever. My words. I ran out of my eloquence an hour ago at this point. That's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for visiting me during my partner anniversary. Goodbye.